on this stuff for a whole year now, apparently. So, I really don't like to tell you how wonderful the band is before you hear them, because you're going to hear how wonderful they really are. But these guys, when I found out that Darlingside was going to be appearing at this festival, I was very, very happy. These guys just seem to have exploded in the last couple years. Everybody talks about them, and a friend of mine actually taught them, Bernice Lewis, who was like telling me, oh, these guys are amazing. So, a warm welcome, please, for Darlingside.
My mother, she died young. I'm the eldest of my brothers. You're the trouble in my blood, trouble in my blood. I swore that I'd stay humble like my father was before. He built the home I live in, of sand and mud and smoke. Sand and mud and smoke. Yes, we will leave here without a trace. Take a new name in an old shape. I'll be no outlaw, no renegade, just your faithful God of loss.
Good evening.
We are Darlingside, and we're from Cambridge, Massachusetts, and we're so thrilled to be up here with you. We hear that the festival is technically off the green this year, despite the fact that we're standing in front of an on the green sign. This is a larger green space than any near my house, so that I can tell you that it certainly feels on to me. So far, I've only been hit by maybe a half dozen to a bushel of raindrops, and so doing just fine. I'm also standing under a tent. So, how are y'all doing out there, the ones outside? How's everybody under the tent doing?
Wayne and I were just debating how much a bushel of rain would be roughly, and I think it might be a lot. But I see what you're saying.
What I said was technically correct.
We were always on our way, rolling up our sleeves, ever moving forward in the tracks where we lived our simple lives, kept our blinders on, eyes to the horizon. I know, no doctor, but I know can't live in the past, but the only way to go is to go back and return to who we were before we disappeared into the big ideas. And now we can see the sweeping in, waiting out the storm, stuck under the awning. I know, no doctor, but I know can't live in the past, but the only way to go is to go back. Into Everglades, greener yesterdays, skip the stones away. Go back to the start, photos in the dark, room before they fade. So we hold to who we are, even into the arc, beyond our furthest edges, to a world full of strange and towering skies, and a chance to choose in time, to set out on our own way. I know, no doctor, but I know, no doctor, but I know we can't live in the past, but the only way to go is to go back.
Today is also a special day because so far I've had 2.5 coconut waters, which is to say that I actually think I've gone overboard. I think I've gone overhydrated and requiring salts to rebalance. But I don't want to rebalance right now. I'm feeling good by feeling bad.
I thought the point of coconut water was that it has some of those electrolytes in it. Isn't that?
I think
It's like the natural Gatorade. That's how it's been marketed to me, at least.
I heard that too. My mom told me that today on the phone.
All right.
As a nut water, I think that's one of the best ones to measure in bushels, personally.
If anyone has some salt, let us know.
Go on, bury me under stone or under sea. Silent pictures keep the fishes company. There is little else for me now, but I will find my way out of the dark someday into a crimson yellow sun. All you wanted was me by your side. I tend to get what I want, do as I please, but you taught me I can't always get away with everything I thought I could, and for that I thank you, my love. You weren't the first to call me an arrogant son of a bitch, but only out of your lips could those words pull me out of my head. Now I spend my days alone, stay up all night with a picture of whiskey to my left, a bottle of you to my right. Tend to get what I want, do as I please, but you taught me I can't always get away with everything I thought I could, and for that I thank you, my love.
We just came from a rare day off on the road. And even rarer is that we got to spend that day almost relaxing. I would almost categorize what we were doing as relaxing, which we really don't get to do very often on the road. But we were relaxing at a place that my family's been going to for a long time. There's some cabins on Lake George that. I thought the mic was coming alive. Okay. And we get to go there every once in a while, but this is the only time this summer, and we haven't been able to go very much recently, so it was really nice to spend a day there. And we're actually going to play 2 songs in a row that kind of deal with that place and what it means to us. We've done a lot of writing there, and there are a lot of feelings there. Feelings about my childhood, feelings that other people get about their childhood when they go, and it's a happy spot, and these are 2 happy songs for us. This song's called The Woods. I described those as that song and the song we're about to play as two happy songs for us, which might have been misleading, because those songs make us very happy, but that song's actually about getting pretty creeped out in the woods, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but yeah, it's about happy memories of getting creeped out in the woods. But this song is maybe slightly more traditional, happy.
It's pretty sad.
It might be. Owen's telling me it might be more sad. Sometimes we.
This is one of our saddest songs coming out here.
It makes. All right, let me clarify. In the sense that both of these songs make me think about the cabin where we were just spending our free day off, they make me very happy. This song deals with growing up and being sad about it.
To be fair, some people are happy when they're sad. So if you're that kind of person, this one goes out to you. We call that old cabin the Whippoorwill, drawing up plans from wicker thrones. All of the best ideas, they come from you. Let me find them on my own. And we parade them into every room. And when you leave, I let them go. All my kingdom for a weekend. All our kingdoms slip away. Another draft in your apartment. Catch the smell of rust and pine. Mixing in winter coffee canisters. Chin up a spell that stalls for time. All my kingdom for a weekend. All our kingdoms slip away. All of your favorite time, it comes from me. So you put it on the calendar. Try to save it in your
swallow up a sea of marble tiles. I'm a fish on a checkerboard. Find a silver apple in her hair. She could be a movie star. A glass, a globe, a game, a show. I'm in the garden on my back under a sunflower sky. The city is smoking in her hands. Her favorite street's on fire. A glass, a globe, a game, a show, a stem, a rose to make our own. We've got an open door. 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 Take it back to when we were just kids. Eat a dinner of lemon pie. Act like we're older than our years. Fall apart in each other's eyes. A friend, a foe, a shape, a pose. Get lost in X-ray histories. Bright lights, crystal submarine. She's in the water next to me. A friend, a foe, a shape, a pose, a shell, a stone to make our own. We've got an open door. 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 Take it back to when we were just kids. Take it back to when we were just kids. Take it back to when we were just kids. A dinner of lemon pie. Take it back to when we were just kids. We got it. We've got it. We've got it open. We've got it. We've got it. We've got it. We've got it open. We've got it. We've got an open door. 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 We've got an open door.
Thank you all so much. I'd like to take a minute to introduce each member of the band. Tonight is the last night of a 10-day stretch of dates that we've been playing, and on the last night of the tours, I usually like to introduce, along with my perceived best moment of the tour for the respective band member. To my left is Harris Passeltiner. Harris is from Chicago, Illinois. He plays guitar and cello, and we were recently in Bridgeport, Connecticut, and trying to figure out what to do for dinner, and eventually settled on a spot called Beverly Pizza, which is a place that we had gone before. We were meeting up with a couple friends, and we had met up with those same friends at the same pizza spot a year or two prior. And I was lamenting the fact that we were going to a pizza place that wasn't that great, and a couple of the other guys agreed with me, and we wined together for a bit. And then Harris pointed out that he remembered the pizza as being really, really good, and that he was excited, and we ignored him. And that conversation repeated itself at least twice or thrice before we actually ate. And then when the pizza came out, it was actually really good. Harris mentioned he was in awe of how good it was again, and said something along the lines of how it was the best pizza he'd ever eaten, which might have been overdoing it, but we got the point. I think the taste of vindication felt quite good. Harris Passeltiner, everyone. To my left, immediate left, is Don Mitchell. Don is from Lakeville, Connecticut. He plays guitar and banjo. And As Dave mentioned, we spent a couple of days at his family's place up at Lake George, which was wonderful. And over the course of it, some of Dave's younger cousins, extended family, locked me onto a screened porch for about 45 minutes. I was doing some preventative yoga and got caught. Eventually, I was able to catch Don's eye from across the second floor and beckon him towards me. And although he's never verbalized any fantasies about being the Prince Charming to my Rapunzel, it was pretty clear that it was a special moment when he let me out of that cage. Don Mitchell, everyone. Kind of behind me and also to my right is Dave Sempt. Dave is from Bedford, New York. He plays bass and guitar and kick drum. And all of us in the band have certain extra musical responsibilities that take up time when we are on the road and off the road. And as Dave mentioned earlier about almost relaxing earlier, that was real. Dave is currently working hard at work on getting a number of things together for our upcoming release. Dave is our graphics person and our internet person and our web person and all sorts of other persons rolled up into Dave. So he, in spite of how relaxed he looks right now, something about a duck metaphor kicking. I don't know exactly what it is, but you know what I'm talking about. We recently were with some other friends at a different lake on the same tour. Touring can be fun sometimes. And we had told Dave that we were going to go hang out by the lake for a few minutes, and Dave thought, okay, a few minutes, I'll bring my book, but it turned out to be 3 hours, and Dave did not have his phone, didn't have his computer, didn't have any of his stuff. He might have had his phone, but he wasn't looking at it. But he relaxed. I watched him do it. He was reading a book for like 2 hours on a dock, and it was beautiful. Dave Sempt, everyone. My name is Oyen Mukherjee. I'm from Kansas City. I play mandolin and violin. Harris cooked up a wonderful meal for us last night. First course was burgers, second course was sausages, third course was burgers again. And I requested to take care of dessert, so Harris bought some ice cream and gave me some ingredients for chocolate sauce, which was a dark chocolate bar, one bar. So I put some butter in a pan, and then I put the chocolate into it, and the sauce was done, and it was incredible. I've never made chocolate sauce before. I don't think it's supposed to harden due to fat content on the ice cream, but it worked out just nice. Thank you.
Give me a leaf in a condiment jar, fill it with well water. My feet and my head tucked in wet beneath a plate of shale bone. I liked it and I'd do it again. To be a turtle and a mayonnaise magnet. The world is quick and I'm a coward, boy, so I'll see you in the morning. Give me a corner of the third drawer down, or hang me up from the mantle. There's not a foot in this place, but I've got plenty of space. Somewhere there's another. I liked it and I'd do it again. To be a stocking made of polyester, but nothing's easier than wearing me out. So I'll see you in the morning. Martin, I'll tell you a story about the trials of birds and beavers. Hammock swings, I count my rings and my roots in your backyard. I liked it and I'd do it again. To be a tree and a canine kickstand. Everyone's a user and I can't say no, so I'll see you in the morning.
We're going to play a song by Bruce Springsteen, but I'm not going to tell you how I feel about it or how you should feel about it for this or any other song ever again.
Dave loves the song.
I just really want you guys to like it too.
Blew up the chicken man in Philly last night, and they blew up his house too. Down on the boardwalk, they're ready for a fight. Gonna see what them racket boys can do. There's trouble busting in from out of state, and the DA can't get no relief. Gonna be a rumble on that promenade. The gambling commissioner's hanging on by the skin of his teeth. Everything dies, baby, that's a fact. Maybe everything that dies someday comes back. Put some makeup on, fix your hair up, love, but it's hard to find. There's winners and there's losers. Now I'm south of that line. Now I'm tired of getting caught on that losing end. I talked to a man last night, gonna do a little favor for him. Everything dies, baby, that's a fact. Maybe everything that dies someday comes back. Put your makeup on, fix your hair up pretty. Meet me tonight in Atlantic City. Yeah, meet me tonight in Atlantic City. Well, meet me tonight in Atlantic City.
I didn't hear what you said.
I thought you were telling us to leave. Not leave on and leave are two very different sentiments. It's like, but we're just getting started. We're just having a good time. We're on the green. We're off the green.
We are going to leave eventually.
I'm glad I'm not showing any midriff tonight because I'm progressively, the sunburn's getting worse each day because I keep going out in the sun with my shirt off and no sunscreen, which is a terrible idea at this age. So I'm gonna leave my shirt on for the rest of the show. That's the only reason, is because of the sunburn. Skips like stone. Nothing runs like water when your one true love is gone. Every day that comes along has a silver medal on. Like rain.
skipping like a stone. Headlights pointed at the dawn. We're sure we never see an end to it all. I don't even care to shake these zipper blues, and we don't know just where our own race to dust, I guess, forgotten and absorbed to the earth. Double cross the vacant and the bored. We're not sure just what we have in store. Morphine city slipping news down to sea. We don't even care, as restless as we are. We feel the flow in a land of thousand gales to pour. Cement, cemented and assured to the lights, towns below, faster than the speed of sound, faster than we thought we go. The sound of hope. Justine never knew the rules. Hung down with the freaks and ghouls. I know you better than you fake it to see. We don't even care to shake these zipper blues, and we don't know just where our bones rested us, I guess, forgotten and absorbed to the earth. Street beats the urgency of now. As I see there's no one around.
Earlier tonight, a unique thing happened. Oh, Harris, we're going to go straight to that. A unique thing happened. Sorry, I just had to deliver a quick message to my friend Harris over here. Harris is the one without the midriff, in case you were confused. The unique thing that happened was that my guitar strap fell off, and usually when that happens, there's a thing that's pretty amusing for lots of people in the crowd because my guitar falls on the ground and we all get to play the "Is it okay" game. But it didn't. I caught it, and there was actually no good time in the whole rest of the song to replace the strap. So I kind of just like held it there and played through it, and I got through the whole rest of the song. So I think that was actually my highlight of the tour. Similarly, the highlight Oyen pointed out earlier is not nearly as much of a highlight when you also know that I later got locked in the same room by the same cousins and had to be rescued by Oyen. So that kind of negated any positive thing I would have gotten out of it, you know.
come around. Sometimes I think it took me down. Sometimes I think in the catbird sea. The only trees were on my street. The only step was at my door. Into the city I stood for. Here I have been. This view of the room and a stupid grin. Not fit to choose which shoes to fit in. Not fit to choose. Here I have found that you can't sink on solid ground. Words like that don't make a sound. But something looks sturdy. The catbird sea. The only shoes were on my feet. In them I walked Mass Avenue. Streetwise and see-through. By you I swore, by the light of the way you wore it. Now instead I swear I'm over it. In the catbird sea. The only dreams were in my sleep. And all the things I ever owned were in boxes I borrowed.
This next song, we take a trip to Lake Michigan, north of Chicago, to an apple orchard that I went to as a kid called Wakanda. Shows up at a point in the song, and Wakanda sadly was bulldozed when I was, I think, in late high school, and now it is a housing development. The song's called White Horses.
Even Dave finds it sad.
I do think of it as kind of a happy song. I just like music, guys.
Sitting on the ledge outside the second floor, we could hear the sirens running up the road. White horses for Chicago, black water brings me back. Cider signs, looking for a trace of our orchard underground. Going in the basements beneath the brand new town. White horses for Chicago, black water brings me back home. Every year it's about the same. I'm swimming in my dreams across the lake, in second place. Come the winter, I'm driving blind, a tuxedo, doing donuts on the ice. Black and white on white. Doesn't matter if I sleep or follow it out of bed. Know that in the morning is water in my head. White horses for Chicago, black water brings me back home. White horses for Chicago, black water brings me back home.
Thank you all so much. We have one more tune for you, but before that, can we please get a huge round of applause for the Miles Donahue Quintet? Those guys. Outside of festival settings, we do not get the chance to share the stage with jazz musicians, and that was such a pleasure to get to watch those guys. Also, a huge thank you to Mark, running sound for us, and Josh, our monitor engineer. And this is to have a whole week. I didn't realize it was a whole week of music that you all have, but the treatment that has been afforded us by your town has been so wonderful. We've just been treated like royalty from the minute we got here. So thank you so much to all the staff and all the folks who are putting this thing together. It's a massive undertaking for a whole week, and we really appreciate it. And of course, a big thank you to you all for spending this lovely summer evening with us under the tent. We've got a couple great friends who are coming through town tomorrow and on Thursday for the same festival. Tomorrow, Caitlin Canty will be playing, and then on Thursday, Heather Maloney, both of whom are dear friends of ours. And if you have the chance, please do come out to see them. As far as our stuff, we are taking a little break from touring after this show, jumping back on the road for some stuff out west at the end of July and beginning of August, and then in September we are releasing a brand new album that we're very excited about. So we have an email list and some CDs and that kind of thing over at the merch tent over there, so please, we'll be hanging out over there after the show. Please do come talk to us and be in touch. It's such a pleasure to be back in Vermont, and thank you all so much for coming out.
Thank you very much. We're having a blast here.
It just occurred to me that we haven't at all told you about Spider-Man. I'm standing on a rug that we borrowed from the venue because we lost the rug. Rugs are nice for the drum just because it makes it not slip and stuff. And tonight, the rug that was lent to us by the venue has Spider-Man, and he looks to be sort of, flying through the city. And I know this is, I've made this abundantly clear, but I've been pretty happy up here, and it's just been, I think a big part of it has been Spider-Man just looking up at me, and just, I don't know, I just wanted you all to be clued into that dynamic. It's been nice because I can tell exactly where I'm supposed to stand, which is it's right on Spider-Man's body.
It's funny that Dave is enjoying Spider-Man so much because Dave has a rather extreme fear of spiders. And I have been instructed to kill many a spider by Dave when standing in his proximity along with a spider.
Yeah, but Owen, this is actually a rug for Spider-Man 2. So I think 2 spiders cancels out because Dave's into math.
Dave does like 2. The number 2 is one of Dave's favorites. His favorite number is 22.
Yeah.
Somehow I get the feeling that 22 spiders would not make Dave happy.
Thank you all very much. It's been a wonderful evening.
I'm holding the wrong instrument.
Walking like the devil went the other way. Walking like she don't
Thank you all so much.
Well, Darlingside has CDs available over that well-lit CD merchandise tent over there.